Super Eagles seems to be lost on who and how and where to run to receive the ball. So whenever our player is holding the ball, they begin to struggle to pass the ball because one, the players off the ball are just waiting for the man to just perform magic. But when your teammate is having the ball, anywhere you are, you should detach yourself from your opponent and begin to run to space so that your teammate can locate you. But in all of these things, these Super Eagles players, they did not do that. And the coach did not notice to correct that. And that was one of the major problems we were having. Then off the ball, when you are not with the ball, how do you fall back to your position on the field? That is very, very important because in football, the man without the ball is more dangerous than the man with the ball.
I want to talk about Ndidi. He was woeful both in the first half and the second half.
Wilfred Ndidi,
yes,
just got relegated from Leicester City.
Does it matter?
Wait, that's where I'm going to. Then, when he was in his prime, a lot of teams like Man U, all of those players, they came for him. You understand? But maybe one or two reasons best known to him, he refused to go. And refusing to go maybe because he wanted to set that. I think maybe he was studying in Leicester, so maybe he was waiting to finish his course or something like
that. Or even getting his papers.
Yes, which would be very useful for him in future. So that is understandable. But then Leicester lost a lot of good players. Madison, a lot of what is it called? I can't remember that they lost most of their good players to other bigger teams. So then the team have been weakened already. By so doing, it's affected in the game. He struggled then. Now he now left from Leicester to Besiktas. Now going to Besiktas, now the window just ended. Even I think maybe just 1 or 2 games that he just played. So definitely that is expected of him because he is not match fit already.
He's
like this.
Rusty.
People like Ndidi, people like Lukman, we could see it. Not that they are bad players, no. They are good players, but at this point in time, the sagas around their transfer, changing club, carrying your bag, moving to another environment.
He has not even left Atalanta.
Lukman.
Yes.
But he was not training with the team.
I know.
Because you training alone in the gym, running on your own, is different from training with the team. Because that training with the team will make you use the ball more. It will bring out the best back. Because it will make you, when you are playing, touching the ball, losing the possession, getting there, and by then you'll be coming back to set the gap. When I hold the ball, I have to be aware that people are behind the ball. Lukman was so casual because he's match rusty. And when you're match rusty, you forget your movement on the pitch. So by so doing, if Lukman go back to Atalanta, maybe if he can begin to play back there, from there he can pick up his form back.
Okay, what about the lackadaisical attitude of Moses Simon? Off and on the ball. So what do you have to say about it?
Moses Simon started the game from the left side. And then the South African rifle bar that was marking you. You started the game 1 minute, 2 minutes, you started running. And then you could not beat
letting the cat out of the bag.
You understand me now? As a winger, I always say that. He's an experienced player. He's a very good player. If you watch Moses Simon in Paris FC, most of the guys, they don't play like this in Nigeria. You understand me? Maybe that is why most times I like to blame the coach because you have to play according to coaches. So, and whatsoever we see on TV, that is what we believe that is what because if the coach doesn't like your style of play, he should call you by the side to tell you that this thing, the way you are playing, I don't like it or do it like this. Like maybe the coach asked him to begin to take the South African player on.
Take on the defender.
On the defender, which was not okay because those guys, they know already. They have watched Moses Simon. They have watched Lukman. They watch most of these guys. Even on a daily basis in the Premier League, in the English League, all of this, they watch them. So they know their style of play. They know the strength. So they walk down. They prepare for them. Now, Moses Simon, I was expecting in that kind of game, when you collect the ball as a winger, you thought for your midfielders first. When the time comes for you to run or for you to do, the child will come out itself. You are not the one to begin to force that time because they already prepared with it. They know that anytime you collect the ball, you want to run. You want to run them. Then I told you the guy was giving him space to run so that he can cover up. But when you collect the ball, you pass back or you run into the midfield, you drive to the midfield, you touch, you run, you go and replay the striker in that 18-yard ball. By so doing, that defender cannot be following you up and down. By then, you will displace him. By the time you will see opportunity to take him on, he will have forgotten because all his mind will not be aware that you want to do that at that moment. But every time you get the ball, you begin to run, you want to run. But by so doing, he ran out of the game.
What about Bassi? When Nigeria was attacking, Bassi was left behind. But the only attack that he made was the one that he scored. What do you have to say about that?
Bassi, to be honest, Bassi did well in that game. Bassi was the only one matching them energy for energy. Bassi was the one being rugged. Dele Bashiru did not really click in that game because that midfield was porous. Because I've said it before, people like that and Dele Bashiru are not, and people like Onyeka, they are not to be paired in the midfield like that. If you want to play one-man defensive midfielder and play attacking players within that midfield, you should play a natural defensive midfielder. And the only natural defensive midfielder we have in that squad was left on the bench, which was Raphael Onyeka. That plays for Club Brugge, and he plays in Champions League, he plays almost all the Club Brugge matches. But yet, the coaches do not trust him enough. He's the only natural midfielder. I understand that I need to sit in front of the defense. Sitting there, I pick up the ball from the defense line, I transit to the attack. But those other players, indeed, it's more of an attacking midfielder this day. Because before, when he started this game, he started as a centre back, from centre back to defensive midfielder. But in Leicester, they have converted him to an attacking player. They made him to be playing 8, like maybe behind striker or in front of the defensive midfielder, which the game have also helped him. So now, indeed, they cannot be that kind of player that will sit down in front of the player and hold the ball and begin to man. No, I'm doing interception. No, he like to move with the ball. So I was expecting Onyedika to play from that position, even if he did not start. I was expecting him to come in and give that midfield balance, because there was no balance in that midfield at all. They were just atmosphering indeed. And then Dele Bashiru was playing out of position because as a whole, the team positioning off the ball, we were very, very poor. Because
even on the ball, we were poor.
Even on the ball was very, very poor, because if your teammate has the ball, Super Eagles seems to be lost on who and how and where to run to receive the ball. So whenever our player is holding the ball, they begin to struggle to pass the ball, because one, the players off the ball are just waiting for the man to just perform magic. But when your teammate is having the ball, anywhere you are, you should detach yourself from your opponent and begin to run to space so that your teammate can locate you. But in all of these things, these Super Eagles players, they did not do that, and the coach did not notice to correct that. And that was one of the major problems we were having. Then off the ball, when you are not with the ball, how do you fall back to your position on the field? That is very, very important, because in football, the man without the ball is more dangerous than the man with the ball. So definitely, South Africa, we are having the ball. Every player we are supposed to fall back, even if you are dying on the field. As far as you have lost the ball, you're dying. You should come and die inside our own half, not to fall down there or to be relaxing. Because when you fall back, that middle will be congested for them. It will be difficult for them to penetrate.